Alright, people have been asking my plans for the World Series of Poker time, and thought I mentioned them kind of, maybe vaguely, but my 3 top plans for what I'm doing this summer. First would be to deal Orleans. I've heard they hire people with no dealing school and no experience. I have neither, although I know how to deal most of the games, if not all the games that they would run in their summer series. That would be ideal. I heard like as many double shifts as you want, which would be awesome. It would be a very tough 6-7 weeks, but it would be a ton of money. And I also heard that you could live in Orleans. I think that would be awesome, to not need to leave the building for like 6-7 weeks. Could if I want to, but not need to waste time with commuting like you might, even when the World Series of Poker would give rooms at the Rio to the dealers. Not that I did it, but even though it's like not far, it's like a half mile or so, still, to finish dealing a double shift, to go to your car in the garage, to drive to Rio, to get back up to your room, to do that, you know, there and back twice a day. After a double shift, you don't have a lot of time in the rest of the day, and like a lot of it is going to be sleeping. That's actually like a lot of time spent commuting, and I think it would be awesome to be able to stay in the same building. So that is option number 1. Went in there, they didn't know when they were going to be holding auditions, and so if they don't know, I don't know, but keeping up to date on their Twitter page, and I guess I'll go back in sometime soon and ask again. That would be ideal. That's choice number 1. Choice number 2 would be to go somewhere closer than Council Bluffs. So 2 summers ago I went to Council Bluffs, had a great time, but it was, you know, it's like half the country each way I need to drive. Last year I went to California for the summer during the World Series of Poker, but then went to Council Bluffs for like 5-6 weeks anyway. Really don't want to drive that much again. So choice number 2 this year would probably be Phoenix. There are 3 rooms, Talking Stick and Desert Diamond. I played both of them last year. Link to that weekend at the top if you missed those videos. And there's a 3rd, Lone Butte, something Butte, Southeast. I would give it a try. It would probably be mostly Talking Stick, which I hear the poker room is back inside the building. It was inside the building a while ago. Recently it's been in a tent in the parking lot. Tent doesn't do it justice. It was a better structure than a tent, and from what I hear, like a more sound structure than where the Tampa Bay Rays play baseball. But it's back inside the building. It would be mostly there, and occasionally the other rooms to change it up. And it's not far, and I've played there before, never for like that much in a row, never more than like 4 days, I don't think, but I have played there before. And yeah, that's choice number 2. It's only like a 4-hour drive from Vegas. If for some reason, I don't know why that wouldn't happen. I haven't been in that city. I don't know like the Airbnb market that much. That's the only reason. I don't know if it would happen. I think the last time I tried to get a long stay there, it was spring training, which is a very, very popular time of year in Arizona. And I think that was the reason there wasn't much in the way of rooms, and they were very expensive. I don't think for the summer I would have that problem. I don't think there's a ton of people looking to like hang out in like 115-degree heat all summer. So I think that would be fine. If for some reason that can't work out, 3rd option, 3, because everyone loves when I make a 3 like this. 3rd option. Sorry to interrupt my own video, but it's 5 a.m. I'm having a cigar on the roof, and I thought, is there a better time and place to give some shout outs? Because I've been meeting a lot of people this week. So, Diego from New Mexico. Nice to meet you, Diego. We were both in Bally's. Almost all of these were in Bally's. One was in Sahara, I think. Anyway, I'll get to that one. Daniel from New Mexico. Also met him in Bally's. Same day, Jason came over from another table. Said what's up. Also, Eric and Keith, I see them at Bally's. They say they've been watching a few videos, so glad you're enjoying the content. There was a day, I was in the 7 seat, and the 6 seat and the 8 seat were both talking to me about the channel. Didn't get either person's name, but glad both of you guys are enjoying the videos also. I walked by a limit table, and the guy who was playing in seat 9 said he was enjoying the content recently. Didn't get your name either. Went to Sahara one day. There were 2 tables going. Someone on the other table who had an accent that may or may not have been from England said he's been watching the videos lately, so nice to meet you also. After Sahara that night, went back to Bally's. I was at Bally's before and after Sahara. Went back to Bally's, and pretty late, when I racked up after that second Bally session, someone from England took a selfie with me. So glad you're enjoying the videos also. Sounded like your friends back in England watch the videos also. So glad all of you are enjoying the content. And last one, someone came up to me earlier today and said, you said you've been enjoying the promotions related videos lately, and didn't get your name, but we were both in Bally's, and nice to meet you also. Third option would be Council Bluffs again, I guess. And interesting that that would be the third option. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any tier multiplier, any tier credit multipliers in Caesars properties this year, and even if I keep it very consistent with my play in Bally's, you might call it the Horseshoe, but it will always be Bally's to me, and consistent with my play at Caesars Palace out here in Vegas, it could be tough earning my status for next year. I may or may not need to like leave in like October or November and play like the last month or two of the year in a place like Council Bluffs or Baltimore or Atlantic City and have like a lot of my hours for the last like 4 to 8 weeks of the year being a Caesars property. So even though that's the third choice, it wouldn't be terrible because Council Bluffs every day, a Caesars property every day for like 6 weeks. I would much more easily get my status for next year, which isn't 100% necessary, but I very much enjoy having it for the drinks and the room rates. So there you go. Those are my three choices. Dealing and staying in town. Number one, going somewhere close and playing poker. Number two, and going somewhere far and playing poker. Number three, I'm gonna finish this cigar and enjoy the cool, brisk 5:30 a.m. morning out here in Vegas on this March 17th. Now that it's past midnight, March 17th for me. I don't know when this video is going up. St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to people who celebrate it. Don't drink and drive. And remember, rice is a spoon food.